jumps into the smoke, sprays, flicks into the player, perfect headshot through the smoke, check his computer. The highest rated performance in the history of Counter-Strike majors is not simple. It's not Donk, it's certainly not Niko. Well, it is Niko, but it's not that Niko. nicoodoz of the Danish team OG in Stage 1 of the Austin Major put on the highest rated performance for a single map in major history against the highest rated American team, Complexity. You have to go back 8 years to World Edit to find something comparable to nicoodoz' performance on LAN. Coincidentally, World Edit was also farming an American team. This was a career performance, 33 to 6 KD, an ADR of 174.9, and a rating of 3.08. Goodness. This insane upset set the stage for what has been so far the most unpredictable major Counter-Strike tournament I've ever seen. What is happening? Here's what happened. Greetings, TheWarOwl greets you right at the start. Niko throws out the have fun, only Complexity was not going to have fun. Pistol round, Complexity does a B execute. We have 1 player to watch the mid rotate and then 4 up the ramp. As part of this B take, we have this Molotov here that lands at pillar. It also blocks off the cave position and it forces Crizin, who was playing there, back to the short position, and he gets discovered, so they saw him there. We have the smoke down for short, we also have a smoke down for long, and Fiku did also let himself be known by fighting that position before going back. So Complexity believes they're in a really good position right now. They've located 2 players, they've smoked off the site, but there's always a 3rd player hiding in wait. A lot of times on Ancient it makes sense to stack 3 players B for the pistol round, and then we see 2 players inside of Donut in order to play the bomb sites. Watch this immaculate timing. Crizin makes the great decision to push back out through this smoke and engages. What this has done, it's pulled the attention for all 3 of these players who are weirdly lined up away from the 3rd player, nicoodoz. nicoodoz is playing Ninja, and the Molotov does not go Ninja, so he's gonna wait for these players to push into his line of sight. That happens at the exact time that Crizin pushes out. He gets 2 kills for free, and then uses the angle at Ninja to trade into the 3rd. Round 2, Complexity force buys and executes a split A. The idea of this strat is to smoke red room, then take mid and push into Donut. At the same time, your A main players push through and wrap Donut. So you're attacking Donut from both sides. Winner's POV here, nicoodoz is playing the red room position. Now we have a 2nd smoke to block off red. He's gonna watch this smoke to make sure that nobody walks through it, waiting for the call to rotate to CT. Once they start taking Donut, boom, the call happens, he rotates very quickly, and very important timing right there as he catches a player exiting through the smoke. How did they let this happen? There was no smoke down for CT, they used 2 smokes at red, and they were saving 1 smoke for the after plant, so they decided not to smoke off CT. Instead, CXCI did clear CT from the boost position, but he actually moved through at the exact time that nicoodoz moved over here, so they don't see each other, and it allows Niko to get this free kill as he catches a player exiting a smoke. Now, the T's have lost their fight, Donut. They're the ones who are surrounded. They're the ones who are in a really bad position right now, and goodness gracious. Oh my gosh, you can't just shoot players and tag their bodies. Why, if you were playing Valorant, you would have been banned from the game. Yeah, you better be happy you're good at Counter-Strike, because if this was Valorant, that would have been a $3,000 fine, at least. This round, Niko is going to be rushing B. We have some aggression from the CT side at B. I like to see that, switching things up, but he does get just traded. That's not a good engagement. Let's be fair to Complexity. They were playing with a stand-in player, Junior, who was filling in for Halzerk, who could not get his visa in time. However, watch these shots. Beautiful digs. Then they push into the site. They now have a huge man advantage, and bam, just closing out the round. This is the elbow instant smoke. After that loss, OG is going to be buying up, forcing this round. We have 3 MP9s, not an ideal situation. 3 stack mid, run boost, peeking very quickly in this position, catches 1 off guard, and then gets the 2nd. That's ridiculous. For this run boost, the 1st player is gonna turn backwards, and as soon as he goes down the steps, the 2nd player then can jump onto his head. He's running backwards to avoid flashes. nicoodoz, as he gets up here, is going to face the wall to also avoid the flashes that come over the wall right here. There it is. We were waiting for you. He's in this position a lot faster than they really think he can be. CXEI has the freaking nade out. I didn't notice that before. Grim tries to refrag, tries to trade, bullets flying wildly. That was really sloppy from Complexity, honestly. Now nicoodoz is playing Cave. Isn't it interesting that they're moving him around? He's not playing the same position twice. A lot of times you do this with your aggro op players to generate that fear aura. Where's the op gonna be? But they're not running op on Ancient. nicoodoz is shifting around as a rifler. As this is going on, Complexity takes a site and have 5 players left against 3 for the afterplant. This is an unlosable situation. You should not lose this at top level Counter-Strike. You should not lose this at top level Counter-Strike.
Do you think niko will ever win on Major?
I mean, what do? I guess stand behind the pillar, maybe? Don't stand behind the smoke, because the smoke don't block the bullets. This one's stupid. Watch. Goes into the smoke, flicks mid-spray, somehow hits Grims. I want you to see what it looks like without the X-ray on, to see how stupid these kills were. Here's the second one. Throws the flash, jumps into the smoke, sprays, flicks into the player, perfect headshot through the smoke, check his computer. Check his computer! Now they're doubling up A main. Complexity has been slow walking 3 players A main many rounds now. This CT aggression is designed to stop that. To prevent Complexity from getting comfortable, it makes your opponent paranoid and doesn't allow them to get away with stupid stuff. nicoodoz is continuing to play this flex position where he's gonna pop up all over the map. I think this is a big factor as to why he managed to get such a ridiculous score in this match and broke all the records. If he was just anchoring A or sitting Cave the whole game, I don't see a scoreline like this being possible. His teammates would absorb some of those kills. But no, all kills are nicoodoz. If you manage to get a kill, you actually just stole his kill. Is it that Complexity just played so poorly, or is it that nicoodoz played extremely well? I think it's a combination of both. There were many engagements where Complexity players really should have won. Niko's aim was good, but it was not outstanding. But nicoodoz was often in a really good position with good timing, and he was able to get into those positions thanks to really good teamwork. This is my favorite round in the whole demo. You will see why. The most impressive play, there's the smoke for long. He's gonna call his teammate over to boost him up. Fiku boosts him up. He gets up here to try to avoid being seen. Catches the bomb planter as he tries to go back to the pillar. Nade blows open the smoke, takes 2 down with a nice transfer, pushing through the smoke, and finishes it up for what should have been an ace, but Krizen stole that ace from him. I would have been so mad. I want to see if Nick saw the boost up. I'm looking right over here on the top right. Getting ready to plant the bomb right now. Is he gonna pop up above this smoke? He should pop up right here. There he is! Very obvious! Very, he's right there! You cannot blame that on 4-3. Oh my goodness gracious, he didn't even consider that. The nade that pops this smoke was thrown by Grim. That was the nade that allowed him to push forward and grab those 2 kills. nicoodoz is a new addition to OG and has the most experience on the team. He's played on Heroic, he played on Fnatic back during their quarterfinal finish at the 2022 Rio Major, and before that played on Copenhagen Flames during their impressive quarterfinal finish at the 2022 Antwerp Major. Now he holds a world record for single map performance at a major. The perfect storm of an opponent off their game, a team willing to assist, and playing a flex position that allows him to be anywhere on the map at any time. I don't expect we're going to see this record get broken anytime soon. Just a casual 26-4 at the half. That is a wild score to get. Going into the pistol round, we see Complexity's playing really safe, really far back. They are scared out of their minds right now. And the T's gonna rotate all the way to B and do a B execute here. They don't have any util, so they're just gonna charge in. I often feel like when you start getting crazy kills like this, and when you get this momentum going, it's difficult to stop, but also I think there's a momentum bonus, which kind of encourages you to take more risks, and those risks tend to just work out because you're in the zone. I think this is what the zone looks like, and yeah, they just W key into them there as they're rotating over from CT. see. This is a wild round, so we see the T's go for a quick execute B. Complexity is pushed down mid and taking control with 3. That is a Molotov for Ninja. I think they tried to throw a Molotov at Pillar as well. We have a smoke for short, nothing for long. niko's going to push in. That long player gets a kill. That's the trade, and now we have 3 players from CT rotating over for the retake. There it is again, the util is thrown. 3 Molotovs, I like the positioning. Running in now against pistols. This is just a last-ditch force buy attempt here from Complexity, and that was the final kill that niko was going to get for the rest of this match. So that leaves him at 33 kills and 6 deaths, because he does die, hold on. And that was it. The world record for single map performance at a major. World record going back 8 years for a LAN event. Insane performance from nicoodoz. I was heartbroken watching this match live. I wanted an American team to make it to the playoffs for the crowd, and I thought Complexity was the team to do it, but after watching this, I knew it was already over. Now we only have 1 American player left, Elige of FaZe. Still, it was fun to watch this historic performance. This kind of thing just doesn't happen, but there's a lot of things in this tournament so far that just don't happen, so I don't know what's in the water in Austin, Texas. Maybe we just have to think about Counter-Strike 2 differently after this is all over. I want to make more videos. I've been watching this insane major every day with all the unbelievable stories unfolding, and I was thinking, why am I not farming this for content? This is good content. I mean, why am I not telling some of these wonderful stories? So what's next? Falcons' unbelievable loss in Stage 2, Vitality losing their record-setting streak to a team that didn't even qualify for the major and only got in because another team had to drop out, or FaZe, a ragtag team of old legends trying to reclaim a forgotten glory, and Frozen 2. Let me know in the comments. I am TheWarOwl and I still have no closer.